Hi everyone, welcome to Taste and Explore, and my name is Darlene, and what I have for you today is arroz con pollo, which means chicken and rice or rice and chicken. It's a one-pot meal and I can't wait for you to try it. Okay, see you soon. Okay, so we're starting with 8 cups of water, 6 cups of long grain rice that's been washed already. I have 1/3 cup of olives with its brine, which is also an additional 1/3 cup of that juice. Then I have 1/3 cup of sofrito. I have about a cup of oil right here. Tomato paste, 1 can. I have about 1/3 cup of cilantro. I have 1 tablespoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, a 1/2 teaspoon of pepper, and 1 teaspoon of cumin. 2 packets of the sazon, 1 packet of the chicken flavored, and additional water just in case. Oh, and the star of the show, which is 5 quarter legs of chicken. This is the star of the show. Now let's get started. Now we're gonna pour in the water. This is going to come up to a boil, and then we're just going to add the salt because I want the chicken to get marinated with the salt and the water. I want it to have flavor. And it's gonna add tons of flavor. We're gonna boil these chickens up. The chickens are gonna release its flavors from the skin and the bones. And then we will add some additional water. I'm gonna add just a cup more, because when it boils, it's just going to boil down, and depending on how much water that's left, you might need to add more water. So this is going to cook for 20 to 25 minutes. Then we will check to see how it looks at that time. See you soon. Okay, 25 minutes later. All right, nice and bubbly. So let's do a recap of what I did here. There is 9 cups of water with additional 1. So it's 9 cups. I have put my my chicken pieces in there to cook and boil down. The skin, the meat, the bones, everything has that chicken flavor. I'm making my own chicken broth right here. And I put some salt. Never cook your chicken in just water with no salt. That will not be right. That's just gonna taste horrible. So this is a big pot. That's 10 quarts. I'm making a lot of rice because I have a big family. So this is, you're going to always find me cooking big. So now I'm going to take my chicken pieces out, and they should be fully cooked, which I'm sure they are. What I'm going to do here is take them out and start shredding them. But I'm not going to throw away this water. This water has tons of chicken flavor because it's the actual chicken that's going to be in here. This is what's going to make the rice so delicious, so flavorful. And this is what I'm doing now. So as I'm putting the chickens here, I'm going to let them cool off just a bit. And then I'm going to start shredding them off the bone. Remember, you're not throwing away this water. This water has tons of flavor that we need. And it has everything that we need for it to taste just the way we want to. Okay, so stay tuned. Let's dip the broth, and it needed more salt. I'm just going to add a tablespoon of adobo. You want to be careful on the salt intake in here. It's a lot of water. It's going to be a lot of rice. To my taste buds, it needed more. But to you, it depends. So taste your water. If it needs more adobo, but just be careful because adobo is very salty. I'm just going to start putting my ingredients in there, just the seasonings. So I'm going to leave the fire on. I'm gonna let everything marinate and combine in flavors. And I'm just gonna put everything in there, almost everything in there, besides the rice. I'm not putting the rice. The rice is gonna be last. My water to get seasoned up before anything. And I could put the cilantro in there. That's gonna cook up in there so lovely. My sofrito seasonings. Oh yeah. I'm gonna leave the link below to the sofrito video I made. You must try it. It's absolutely delicious. And my olives. And my seasoning packets. And my tomato paste. I prefer tomato paste over tomato sauce. It just gives more flavor, color. It's more richer, and I think it complements the dish very well. So you want to use the whole 8-ounce. Oh, this is 6-ounce can. Put the bouillon seasoning in there, and I forgot to mention I'm going to put some oregano. I have a half a teaspoon in there. I'm just gonna put a little bit of oil because I see that the chicken had some residue of oil in there. Oil is really important in cooking rice and Spanish rice and Hispanic rice. It gives it the glorious texture that it needs to cook. It's not sticky, it's nice, it holds a shape, and it's not greasy. Not too greasy anyway. So I just put about a half a cup anyway. Yeah, there you go, half a cup. You're not gonna need the whole cup. Okay, so when that's marinating in here, I'm gonna shred my chicken, and then we'll put everything together. Alright, so I shredded my 6 pieces of chicken, and I took them off the bone, and they're deboneless now. Now I'm gonna put them in here next. Now, I do suggest that you can use, you know, this type of chicken or chicken wings, but don't use chicken breast. Chicken breast will be too dry and it won't really come out right. But, I mean, you can try, but I do not prefer that. I did it one time and it was just too dry. So, I separated the skin, and I kept the skin and meat, it's just no bones. The liquids did reduce down a tad bit, so now I'm going to put the rice. Put the rice in now. Remember, the rice is washed, it's long grain, and it's 6 cups of this. Now, when you make rice, it does work better when you have to be careful on how much liquids that you put in there. So the old rule of thumb is when you put a spoon, it should be able to stand up. That will let you know that you have enough water in there. That's just the old rule of thumb. But the amount of liquid looks good to the amount of rice that we have here. It looks so flavorful. I just can't wait to try it. This is going to be my dinner for tonight. And I'll let you know. It's been about 12 minutes or so, and I let the water reduce down to barely anything. So I'm just going to stir. And you want to make sure you pick up everything that's in the bottom. Stir all the way in the bottom and bring whatever is in the bottom to the top. 10 to 15 minutes, and then it should be done, but we'll check it out again just in case if it needs additional time. It looks good and it smells wonderful. Can't wait to try it. See you soon. Hey, it is done. I can't wait to eat and dig in. Let's take this little bit right here. Okay. Alrighty. And this, my friends, is what it's all about. A one-pot meal. Stop, please. So it's taste test time. This is on the money. This is so flavorful. The rice is so soft and fluffy. The meat is tender. Everything is well seasoned. Oh my god, this is a crowd pleaser right here. So if this amount is too big, you know what to do. You know, you can work it out to what suits you. But until then, folks, I thank you so much for spending time with me in my kitchen today, cooking up this one-pot meal. Please subscribe, follow me on Facebook and Instagram, and I'll see you soon. Until then, take care.